Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. Check out our latest Long Talk episode where we discuss how Ukrainian state functions in times of full-scale invasion. The episode is available on all of the platforms. To support production of more episodes, subscribe to our Patreon following the link in the description to this episode. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 691 days, Ukraine defends itself against the forces of the Russian invasion. General Valery Zaluzhny, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, confirmed that the Ukrainian Air Force has downed two important Russian planes, an airborne early warning system, aircraft A-50, and an airborne command post Il-22, reports Hromadske. He posted a video of the two planes disappearing from radar over the Azov Sea. Later, Russians released information that despite the damage, Il-22 managed to return to the airport. In response, Ukraine's Air Force spokesperson Yuri Ignat confirmed that Russian Il-22 Air Control Center probably survived the attack but cannot be restored, reports LBUA. He said that the plane was on fire, there were wounded among the crew, probably even killed. The colonel illustrated his post with a photo of the airplane pierced by shrapnel. As Ignat explains, an A-50 long-range radar detection aircraft has been a priority target for Ukraine's armed forces. And until now, the destruction of this aircraft seemed an impossible task for the Air Force. Russia had only up to 9 of the A-50 left from Soviet times. The aircraft is capable of reconnaissance of air, ground, and surface targets, provide external targeting to fighters, and act as an air command post. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky visits Switzerland, where he will take part in the Davos World Economic Forum, reports Interfax Ukraine. President of the Swiss Confederation Viola Amgerd announced plans to allocate $1.75 billion for the reconstruction of Ukraine for the period of 2025-2028 within the framework of the International Cooperation Strategy. She also confirmed the country's intentions to organize a peace conference on Ukraine at the highest level, reports European Pravda. The president of Switzerland said that the representatives of both countries will immediately start preparations for the peace conference on Ukraine's request. On 14th January, a meeting was held at the level of national security advisors in Davos, Switzerland, regarding the Ukrainian peace formula. China was not represented at the meeting despite the fact that it was invited. Davos was expected to be the last meeting of this level before the Global Peace Summit. President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that Kyiv would like to see all states that respect Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity at the upcoming high-level peace conference. Apparently, the president meant that Russia would not be among those invited to the summit, even though the Swiss foreign minister had said the day before that Moscow should be involved in the peace talks. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Deputy Chief of Defense Intelligence of Ukraine Vadim Skibitsky informed that Russia produces about 115-130 strategic missiles and about the same number of tactical missiles per month, reports RBK Ukraine. He stressed that Russians were unable to significantly increase these volumes because a lot of parts are foreign-made. Regarding the Shahed drones, intelligence believes that Russia is capable of producing 330-350 units of these unmanned aerial vehicles per month on its territory alone. He added that the most massive use of Shahed drones was in December, about 770. The result was that Russia depleted its reserves and now drones go to the front line straight from the production line. Defense intelligence of Ukraine assesses that about 1,000 people join the ranks of the Russian armed forces every day. The new recruits are motivated by high wages, especially for residents of low-income regions of Russia. These recruits replenish losses as well as form reserve regiments. A state of emergency was introduced in the Russian city of Voronezh that borders Ukraine, reports Focus. The reason for that is an attack by what local authorities call Ukrainian drones. It is known about 4 apartment buildings damaged, their windows shattered by explosions. 1 person received minor cut wounds. The media reminds that the Baltimore military airfield is located in Voronezh. Earlier, Russian authorities claimed to down 3 Ukrainian missiles over the neighboring region of Kursk. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.